Tonight we're talking babies, Tinder, steroids, and tasers on the 90 Day Fiance After Show. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Ooh, we got
it's
music.
music.
Hey, it's back.
This is shocking me. Yes. Get you in the mood, though. I love music.
Yes, guys, welcome back tonight. Join us for the 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After Show. We are so happy to be back.
Yes, we are.
And we're definitely in for a freaking shock. Tonight we are recapping season 4, episode 2 of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. And Linda's got some juicy news and gossip, some exclusive stuff. And you don't want to miss our special segment, What Do You Think? And speaking of the news critic of the year, the best news girl, Linda, she's here with me.
There's so much.
She's on it.
It's so hard to keep up, but girl, I keep up. There's so much. You guys, you have to stay tuned for who's newly married, who's having a baby, who's not having a baby, who is in the new season.
They're popping babies out like no other.
There's so much.
And that's why I'm kind of like not tuning into news as much, because I don't want it to mess up my views a little bit on the show. But then I'm kind of like, oh, it's so good. And
But don't you feel like the show is behind the news and gossip?
A little, but I'm still kind of just confused.
Yeah,
I mean, they're still getting in my head, because sometimes, I'm like, okay, I know where this is going. And then it takes a complete 180 turn. And I'm like, you've been together for 5 years?
For real.
What the heck?
For real. And you're just going back to Oklahoma?
Okay. Well, let's just jump into it. Are the first couple, Colt and Larissa. Mm-hmm. They're still in Vegas. Larissa's terrified because she has her court date coming up soon. Mm-hmm. Same old. I mean, Debbie's in the mix. What did you think of their whole situation this episode?
I feel like Debbie has damaged the relationship. I feel like Colt and Debbie have an unrealistic and unnatural bond. And even when they went on their I'm calling it date night.
Wait.
You took your mommy out, and you're not your wife, your newlywed wife out. You took your mom out, and y'all are having margaritas and talking crap about your new wife. I just think it's weird. I do. I think it's weird. And when she said that she wanted Larissa to be deported, I was like, you know what? You think Colt is your man. That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, that was so awkward. That dinner was so awkward. And okay, was it just me, or was I just seeing things? But did they hold hands for second, caress each other's hands like a couple when you're kind of consoling someone?
Stacey, I told you guys this last season when we met them, that these two have some unnatural, weird bond. I am super close with my mom. But this thing that they do, it's weird.
Yeah.
You're putting your mom before your wife.
Yeah. And she even said Colt and me don't have the relationship like we used to have.
Yeah, she said
doesn't tell me everything, or something like he doesn't go to me for everything.
So I literally wrote this down. Stressful around the house. He's taking his mom out on a date. Quote. They're best friends, and they miss their one-on-one time. Oh, yeah. And it's before the dark times that Colt says. Even though he still loves Larissa, she creates dark times. So they need time away from her.
Weird.
It's all ew. It's ew.
It's just weird that the mom's so in the mix with their whole situation and everything. And yeah, it's a weird situation. I props to Larissa, because she lasted for a while. Yeah. I mean, that's a while being in that. And all the cats.
The Bates house.
Wait. But okay.
Kathy Bates.
So there was I don't think there was that much new stuff that because I was I was really hoping for the van interview to hear some crazy stuff about the van. I think we're going to see some more of the whole fights between them. But then it jumped to the court case, and she's going to go to court, going to go to court.
Yeah, we saw that in the previews.
And then he completely changed his whole thing, saying he feels bad now that Larissa might go to jail or might get deported. Did you see?
Yeah, but I think he's a sociopath. So I think that he's going to change his views for whatever works for the situation. Because what we learned from the lawyer was that he's the one that said, she attacked me, she came after me, she scratched me. And that's why they're charging her. So even though he dropped his charges, the state of Nevada is still going after her. And he, even though he says, I love her and all of this, it's like he says one thing. He says, she creates the dark times, but I love her. She scratched me, but I didn't want to press charges. But I went to the police, but I feel bad. So you see the oxymorons and the fact that he says one thing, but he really doesn't mean another. And actions are always louder than words.
Always. Anyone can say anything.
Exactly. And I think with Colt, he's a lot of talk. I think that, and I'll say it, I think that Colt, you want a hot woman. And you got one from South America, and then you know what happened? She was too much for you, and you couldn't handle it, and you couldn't provide for her, and now you're trying to backtrack.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how the guy can pull girls. Like, I'm still trying to figure that out.
I know, because when I see him, I'm just not interested. And I know Alex is like, I'm interested in his story. I'm just not. I see it and I'm just like, wait, what do you, why is your shirt so tucked in so far to your jeans and your belt so high up on your waist?
Cole must be the smooth talker or something, because I'm like, what?
Well, it can't be what's down below, because that was all over the internet, and we know that he's not working with a lot, so it's got to be something else.
Okay, the part that creeped me out the most was when he was like, yeah, I just remember the night when Larissa was getting arrested, and she was like, Colty, and he's like, I felt so bad, and I'm like,
did you though?
Didn't seem like it.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah. But hopefully we'll see some more stuff from this couple next week. But same old, same old. Did you want to add anything about them?
I just think it's weird that they're not speaking. So they're husband and wife, and they're not speaking. And to put it into perspective, how we learned last week, how that whole police situation happened 3 days before they were getting married. They still went through with it and got married. And now they're home chilling, not talking.
And they're like backyard lounge chairs.
Yeah,
I love those.
It's bizarre.
Okay, well, another couple that might be a little bizarre, and we kind of only see one of them a lot, Nicole and Azan.
A lot? Only ever. What are you talking about, Stacey?
Hey, we saw Azan showed up on the FaceTime this time.
We've seen him on FaceTime. That's the only time we ever see him. Yeah. Unless she's going to Morocco on her own dime.
You know, I just feel so bad for her watching this.
Do you
I do, because I'm like, I'm just so confused. I mean, I'm like, what is it why is she holding on to? I mean,
well,
the possibility, the idea, he doesn't seem that thrilled when she offered him the opportunity to go like visit another country that they could go visit together.
He first said no.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of things.
We have to go into that too.
So there's a couple of things. So we got to remember that her mom said it from the very beginning. She's a bulldog. She's going to bulldoze her way through everything. Doesn't matter what. If it fits or it doesn't fit, she's going to keep going, right? So keeping that in mind, we know that there's so many things with this girl. Like, she doesn't have a job. She gave up her job to go to Morocco to get married. And then we know that he canceled the wedding, right? Mm-hmm. So she came back. She's living with her brother and her sister, Rachel and Thomas. And are we going to talk about how she goes to like a temp agency?
Oh, yeah.
Ill-equipped. And then also okay. You have no money, but you're planning an international trip where you have to support not only your daughter, May, but your so-called fiance who you've been supporting the whole time. And when they asked her, like the producers asked her what Azan does, and he doesn't work.
Hangs out with friends.
And he hasn't worked this whole time that we've known him. What the... What's going on? I'm sick of him not working. He's able-bodied.
But who is he getting money from? Because she obviously, I mean,
he's getting it from her.
But how is she getting money? She's not working.
I think she's on like welfare. I think that she gets like checks from whomever. I do. I think she gets child support. I think that there's some
other money coming through. You think her parents are giving some of it to her?
Absolutely.
Damn. And it's crazy because, and this is like, I think a lot of girls kind of do this though, but it's like she's surrounding her whole life now around Asin. So she's like, I'm not going to be at the temp agency when she's getting interviewed. She's like, I'm not going to be here for a while. Like, I'm planning on moving on Morocco. And I'm like, you don't have money. You need to take care of yourself and your child. But she's like, I'm not going to be here for a while. Like, I'm going to move to Morocco with my fiance. Like, everything is
You know
about
what I loved about that?
him.
I love that she was like, so what
Why
are you
would you
gonna
say
do?
that in the interview?
What are you going to do? Are you getting a job there? Like, what are you going to do when you get there?
Yeah.
I love that the temp agency, the lady said that to her because she's like, well, I have a problem with the language, so that's probably going to be hard. It forced it back in her face. So here's the thing. You have, first of all, Nicole.
She's laying it down to her right now.
You go to a
like, no.
staffing agency after you've given up your life for the mysterious, and I saw this on online and social media somewhere. How is Nicole 90 Day Fiance when it's been like 1,000 days? I agree with that. So you have this fiance that you are supposed to marry. You go to a staffing agency because you need more money because you want to take this trip either to the Philippines, Grenada, Haiti. They talked about South Korea.
We got to go into that. That's what I wanted to talk about. South Korea.
Yeah. Where?
Well,
Go ahead.
obviously he was going to head to South Korea and she was too, but he was obviously was he really going? And
No.
he couldn't get in, supposedly. And they were like, why couldn't he get in?
Right. Denied.
Denied.
Didn't need a visa,
Why?
but denied because he took her money. Remember, she's like, oh, I lost that money. And we lost, and that was a big hit.
And why wouldn't she even question that? Like, hey, try to get my money back. I would be
Yeah.
pissed. I'd be like,
Yeah.
you better get my money back then.
How are you on an international trip and you don't have like travel insurance? You didn't buy.
Or
There's-
show
I have
proof
so
that
many
you were
questions.
denied, like
All of it.
something.
All of it. Because he took your money and that was the beginning of the end.
So you think he told her, okay, buy a ticket, I'll buy a ticket, never bought the ticket, and she was going to go there? And
I think
That is
that's exactly
so
it. That
sad.
send me the money, I'll buy my ticket, and then you buy your ticket after. Then she said that he went before her because that's what she said in this episode, and he was denied and turned around, and they wouldn't let him in, so they lost that money. So what he really did was he pocketed that money, then went around and told her, hey, they wouldn't let me in, so don't come. And that's how she lost her money, which is the same thing where with the visa, and she got the email that was like unsecured last season, all of that nonsense. It's all nonsense. It's all nonsense and all lies. But what I wanted to bring it back to is a staffing agency where she's like, okay, I need a temporary job because I need to fund this trip wherever we're going to go.
Grenada?
Grenada,
Okay.
the Philippines, Haiti, wherever we're going to go. And what I thought was interesting is when she talked about Grenada and he's like, well, is that a Christian country? And she's like, well, I don't know if it's a Christian country or not, but it's not a Muslim country. I know that.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to like kiss each other in public.
Yes.
And hug on each other. And his face was like, I don't really want people to be looking at me like that. And I wrote down, Azana, are you embarrassed by Nicole? Because, like, why would you even say that? Who cares?
Because he always uses his culture when it's convenient, where it's like, oh, because I'm not going to feel comfortable
Right.
kissing in public because that's what we don't do in our culture.
No, because it's all a big scam. He's scamming you for your money, and that's it. So here's the thing, though, that I keep coming back to the staffing agency. She doesn't bring her resume. She tells the staffing agency that she's only in town for a short time, so she's going to need a job that only wants her for a short time.
That's what
and
I'm
not
saying. She was like, I
long-term.
got to. Why would you tell? I mean, I know you're supposed to kind of be like honest, but you're going to go
That's
into that. You need to
stupid.
be like, yeah, smart about
Then
it.
she says she's never worked in an office. She has no computer skills. She only has her high school diploma. Excuse me. This lady was like, oh, it might be hard placing you. I was like, you know what? It's a wrap.
She didn't bring a resume.
Nothing. And she's like, I'm going to need that resume.
That bugged me. It bugged me.
All of it. It's all of it. And I just think of poor May.
I know.
You know, when you're FaceTiming your fiance that you force your daughter to call daddy, it's very messy. But I knew this season that we were not going to see him in real life. I said
know.
it from the
You're-
beginning because we never see him in real life.
So you don't think we're going to see him at all this whole season?
I think that, remember last season we saw them filming?
Yeah.
So I don't know if they either have a spin-off, which we'll talk about in News and Gossip, or we'll see them at the very end.
But I do love them. It's fresh. I mean, it's not fresh, but it's fresh from last season. Like, it's like the old. It's like, reminiscing from the past couples.
Familiar.
Now, they're familiar.
Yeah.
90 Days been changing these last couple seasons, so I like seeing these old couples again. Well, another old couple that I am so excited about, the family Chantel and Pedro. So the family's back in the mix. Chantel's trying to mend the relationship with her brother and the rest of her family. Pedro's still not going to the holidays with the family. He's still against it. What did you think of this couple, this episode?
Much.
They should have had more of them, I feel like.
That's why they have a spinoff, because, like, if you see my notes, I have a page of notes because there's so much. So what I'll say is this. I think that this episode made me think that Pedro doesn't really love Chantel. Excuse me.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it really,
like the way he kind of treats her a little bit.
Yeah, he's in it for his green card, and we saw in the upcoming episode that he talks about the green card and all of that. But I think he's just really disrespectful. I think that when she talked about Thanksgiving and you're my husband, I can't imagine having a husband that wouldn't go with me to Thanksgiving and I have to show up for myself. Like, that made me sad. So I can only imagine how she felt. And the other thing that I have to say is Karen, her mom, is off the chain.
Hilarious.
Karen, with your broken Spanish, when she calls and she says, mi casa es su casa, mi baño es tu baño. I was like, I'm done with you. There are so many Spanish language programs out there. Can you learn? Can you take one?
What about when she said he's not coming? Is he a Jehovah's Witness or Jehovah's Witness?
All of it. I was like, this woman is so disrespectful. And she doesn't even see that she's disrespectful. But she's funny.
She is.
The way she talks,
the way she says it. You can't get like mad at. Well, I don't know. I can't get mad at her or like.
I'm not mad
offended.
at her because I feel like it's her natural reaction. Like when she was talking about what did she say? She's like, oh. She's talking about Chantel going to the DR and whether she should go or not.
Or she wasn't invited, right? Or
was not. She's like, well, you should go and we could go. And she said, we can show up anywhere on the planet Earth. Like, who talks like that? Do you know what I'm saying?
She does kind of talk in like.
That's what I'm saying. She talks crazy a little bit.
First grade, huh?
Yeah, I love it though. I love it. And then
like,
the other
me
thing,
happy, me want this.
Yeah, like when she was talking about her taser and she called him Shocky. And she said, it's a new form of vitamin D that doesn't include milk. I was like, you're a lunatic, but I love you for it.
Tiana Hicks in the live chat said, I think Pedro is on steroids, says the family Chantel's mom. She's just mimicking them. But what did you think about that whole situation?
I didn't even know where he pulled that up from, but I was like, you know what, damn, is he? Because on his social media, he's doing the workout
He's looking good.
Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
No, but I love this family. I'm excited for the spinoff. I'm excited to see them this season. I think they're going to they're going to be like the hot couple this season. They're going to be the Colt and Larissa this season.
They are, and I love it.
And Larissa's still going to be the queen, but.
Who is against the queen shall die. Guys,
still the queen, forever.
Before we move on to our next topic, we just wanted to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk. For us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you're on YouTube right now, if you're on Spotify or iTunes, wherever you are, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, give us 5 stars. It really does help us, and it helps us, and it helps you guys, because with YouTube, it suggests other shows that are similar. And you know what? We love 90 Days, and I know that you guys love 90 Days as well. So no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in our conversation. We are all up in the comments on YouTube. So if you DM us, if you comment below, we'll definitely comment back and hit you up. So being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to us. We thank you for being a part of our family and for making us the ESPN of TV talk.
We love you guys.
Yes, we do.
Keep it coming. Hit us up. DM us. Do it all.
Do it all.
Do it all.
All of
and
it.
join us on live chat. Guys, we want to hear from you right now. I want to mention some of your input about this episode.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Tiana. Go ahead.
Go ahead with yourself. Woo!
They are reality gold and the family participants in a way that make the show priceless. I agree with you 100%. And the new boyfriend with Winter, and what's her boyfriend's name? Jakeem.
Oh, Jakeem.
Jakeem was like, he was scared to talk. On
He
this,
was
but
like,
he was like,
yes, no,
whatever,
Mac.
whatever you say, Karen, I'm with you.
He knows. He already knows
Yeah,
how to get in
for
with the family.
for real,
He's
for real.
playing his cards right. Okay, well, Matt, another family.
Can we say something?
Yeah,
One more
okay,
thing?
yeah.
Since when is River a rapper?
I have been following him. No, I have some things on my Instagram, the 90 Fiance Now Instagram. He's rapping. He's a lyricist.
Like, since when, though?
No, you have to watch look at his Instagram.
I was
He's
like,
been a rapper.
Do rappers like put their phone up like that and rap from their phone, or do they actually know their lyrics? Like an actor would know it. I don't know.
He raps though. He raps from his car. I've
he
seen a lot of
good?
his videos.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's move on.
I guess so.
Y'all tell me, because
I can't
I was
judge. I can't be.
shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, "Oh, you're in studio? Okay,
doing the next big thing.
okay, well, okay,
Get it.
get it."
Well, another couple that family is up in the mix that we haven't really seen the family too much before is Paola and Russ. So Russ is revealing some information that I would be pretty pissed about if I was Pao. Well, she's going and heading over to Oklahoma with Russ for the baby shower that we were introduced about.
How do you feel
last
about
episode.
that? If you were married 5 years, you're just having your first baby, and you haven't been back to Timbuktu in 3 years where your husband's from, but your husband's mom wants to throw you a baby shower, how do you feel about that?
If I didn't really get along with them,
You haven't seen them
I think
3
it would be
years.
awkward. Awkward as hell. And I'm mad because I would be like, no, you're staying with me, Russ. You're not going to leave me. This is like, you have to have my back in this. Because, like, what if they say some mean stuff to her? You know what I mean? Like, get bully up. You don't know. You don't know their
Listen.
intentions. So I would want him there, and I'd be pissed if he wasn't there.
Listen, I've been to plenty of baby shower. I've planned plenty of baby shower. Been there, done that. And what I'll say is this. There's no way in hell that my husband is leaving to hang out with his friends. You're going to come with me, and you're going to be with your... First of all, that's not going to be my first baby shower. My first baby shower is going to be my immediate friends and family, because then I feel supported and loved and cared on. Then I'm going to go to all the peripheral, because there's always going to be peripheral, especially if you have a big family. But it's not going to be my first one, right? So you go to this baby shower. You haven't been to Oklahoma in 3 years. You already know that his parents haven't really accepted you, but they want to throw you a baby shower because it's their grandkid. I get it. But, like, where are your intentions? And, like, are you making her feel comfortable? Because I don't think you are.
And
Russ definitely has to be there.
Yeah, and is it because the baby, or is it, like, also to support Pao in that?
It's about the baby. It's not about just
I just
supporting
like
her.
imagine myself
Awful.
going and do that, and the cultures are so freaking different, like night and day. Not that cultures cannot combine, because I'm all about that. Like, I think it's great, mixed marriages, everything. But they're so different. Like, I would feel uncomfortable too. So I don't know. Pal's got balls.
Definitely.
She's got, and especially Russ telling her when she gets there, but she's in Oklahoma.
Yep.
Like, can you tell me this before we leave so I can, like, mentally prep?
Yeah, it's awful.
So I can bring a girlfriend with me?
It's awful.
No. And they stay in a hotel too. What'd you think about that?
I thought, good on you, Paul. Good on you, because I wouldn't have stayed at the house either. You haven't seen these people in 3 years. They know nothing about you, and you're pregnant, and you want to spread out, and your feet are swollen, your ankles are swollen.
Hormones.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. And then Russ now is, doing his interview and talking about that there's a job opportunity in Oklahoma.
Which is what he wanted to say the whole time, is that he wants to move back there and be closer to his family and not be in Miami, which I get. Miami's expensive, but you better support your wife.
Isn't Miami cheaper than LA?
It's cheaper than LA,
Right.
but it's not cheaper than Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
Come on, don't go back. I couldn't go back from Miami to Oklahoma.
No one could.
Knock on wood.
Ever.
Hopefully it never happens. Oh, Pao, props to you, girl.
For real, for real.
Got
We
a
love
great
you, though.
woman.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
And your
They're cute.
snapback.
They're
Fire.
cute. I think they're so in love, and their drama is not like
Real drama.
deal
Yeah.
breakers. We
Yeah.
love them. But I'm excited to see this baby shower. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, another couple, a baby. We had a little baby party with Elizabeth and Andre.
That was the worst baby shower I've ever seen.
The gender reveal?
Yeah, or the gender reveal.
That's like the new thing, gender reveals instead of baby showers, huh?
Well, no, you have a baby shower and a gender reveal.
Okay.
But this gender reveal was terrible.
Because it was just kind of like,
come in, we need to know the gender. Her sisters, you know what I thought was interesting? Her sisters were like, honestly offended that she didn't invite them to the ultrasound.
I know, it's weird. How close are they? I mean,
I was like, I don't care how close they are. It's you and your husband. That's it. Your sister, your brother, your cousin, your mom, your dad, none of them are coming.
I know.
It's about you and your husband.
I think, too, maybe because she's the youngest, like, maybe they've always, like, dominated her or something, or, like, told her what to do. Isn't she the youngest? I think so, because they're older than her.
That was super weird to me.
Yeah, we didn't really get too much. The same thing, you know, Andre kind of telling the dad, I'm going to be the man.
Yeah,
I'm that's
the provider. I wrote down that there was like a struggle about who the man of the house was. Chuck versus Andre. And Andre's like, from this point on, it's me. I don't need your help. But Andre, what I didn't know is that he's been in the U.S. for over a year, already has his green card, but is not working full time, is living at the dad's property rent-free, is having a new baby, and yet you want to, which, like I said last week, you want to man up and be like, I'm the man, I'm the leader of the household, and, you know, I'm the
macho man,
the macho alpha male, and Chuck is not, yet you're not bringing any money in. And
then that's embarrassing.
And then when I saw the preview where he was like, well, I don't need this, like, I'll move out. Where are you moving to? You have no job. So calm all the way down. You're living in a house with a pool that rent-free. Listen, if I could live rent-free,
I'm your new best friend. I'm just kidding. But which I can, because in the beginning, when we first were introduced to the couple, I was kind of like, oh, the dad's kind of being hard on them. They don't want, but now I can see where this is going, where it's like, okay, he's still not working. He's still not, and you know, he was all talk. He was saying that. So I was going to expect more out of Andre. And Elizabeth seems like she's the one that's like pulling in all the weight in that area.
Yeah,
like pulling in all the money and stuff.
I think that the dad is used to his other daughters being provided for.
Yeah.
So they're living that life of luxury and whatever the husbands do, and I know that we're going to meet them in future episodes.
Yay!
They're all successful and rich. And so he's not used to having like what he thinks is like a bum son-in-law.
But not working at all for a year. Like, come on.
He's like not what she said, that he doesn't have permanent work yet.
Okay.
Which I don't know what that means.
Remember he was going to be a truck driver or something?
Whatever it is, you've been over a year in the U.S., get a job. You're living rent free. Like, you don't know how crazy.
Linda is on life lessons today, okay?
If you are an adult and you own a home or you rent a home and you think about living rent free, mortgage free, that's a huge debt that you're not paying. So, just saying. And then now you want to have a girl and have a baby and be like, I'm going to be the provider. You've never been the provider. Okay.
Moving on. But I mean, this couple, I'm excited to see more of the family and see more of the sisters drama with the dad. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see, but I'm kind of excited for it. Another couple that I twist and turns and everything in between is going on with them, Ashley and Jay. Jay heads to the barbershop. I kind of liked watching this part where he goes and talks to those guys. Those guys are hilarious. I love his visits at the barbershop. And one of them was like, listen, if my wife would catch me on a app, what did he say? He's like, I'd be pretty much dead. But he said something else, like or what did he say? Something funny. And I was like, damn, that was hilarious. I need to use that. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to leave it for my news and gossip,
okay.
But I will say this, that I have been Team Ashley, as you know, for a very long time.
Me too. I was Jay and Ashley all the way.
This whole situation is crazy to me. Like, it's crazy. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Playing with our heads.
Ashley's saying that she's not processing his paperwork. He's saying that he needs his green card to move on in his life and all of this stuff. And that his dad was a guyless, meaning that someone that always picks up on girls, and he's kind of following his footsteps. You know what? Shame on you, Jay. You're 20. you act like you're 5 and you don't know what marriage is about, and no one talked about marriage in your family. Only rich people talked about marriage. Shut up. Like, don't discriminate. My first
Linda,
boyfriend.
we were gonna have like the whole 90-day cast.
I'll say this: my first
after
boyfriend
us.
was Jamaican. He knew what marriage was about, and you're like talking crap, and it's not true.
He said he just saw an app that says meet new friends in your area, Linda.
Even the barbers were like,
Tinder app.
"You know why we go on the apps." You know why.
It's not just
was the girl even hot? That's what they said. So he knew what he was doing. Stop playing dumb and stop blaming like you didn't know any better because you're Jamaican. Because you're really disrespecting all Jamaicans. That's all I have to say about that.
Ooh, look, what did they say? Look at me, we men. We don't go just message girls for fun on these apps.
For real.
But
Stupid nonsense.
I mean, Jay came to the defense that he just thought marriage was for rich people when growing up.
He's stupid then, because he knows, and you know what? He's actually not stupid. He's really smart because he knows that that's not true. Jamaica is not like some Timbuktu that you don't know what marriage is about. There are people
I'm sure
that
there's
have
healthy, great marriages that are committed and don't cheat. Yeah.
Long-term marriages, but you're being an ass and you want an excuse.
Ooh.
So moving on.
Linda's
I'm
not having it
at all. And when you hear me in news and gossip, I'm still not having it.
I mean, I'm kind of excited though. I still want to see more of this. I'm waiting for it. I love it. Yeah, it's just turning every week. I don't know what to expect next week. That's the thrill of 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know. Yeah,
Can't wait.
Should we head up to news and gossip because we
do
have
it.
so much,
and I'm going to run through it. Woo! So the first thing that I wanted to go through is Pedro, because Pedro is a hot friggin' mess. So Pedro, on his stories on Instagram, he wrote, "Mother-in-laws exist because the devil cannot be everywhere." Ooh. And then he puts that in Spanish as well. And then, so I had 2 photos. So the first photo has him in the photo, and then it's just the story itself. And I thought, wow, like, he's being bold, he's being charismatic, and he doesn't really want to spend time with the family at all. The next photo that I put was of Paul, and his mom has made it to Brazil.
Ooh.
Which I think is great.
Do you think she's going to be in the filming of the new season? Or?
Absolutely. And they've been filming. That's kind of like the 411 is they've been filming for the past few months. Oh I didn't bring photos of it, but they've been filming for the past few months. And as I move forward with this news and gossip, you'll see why. We have Nicole. She put in her stories, which I thought was super, super funny. And I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if I'm getting old or whatever. She put, "Do you live in Bradenton and want to attend a quilting class with me and my mom?"
Wait, that's kind of creepy.
Right?
Like, I would not put that. You're like kind of famous now, you know? Like,
yeah, right.
I would go.
But here's the thing.
I would go.
Here's the thing. 89% of the people said no. Only 11% said, "Yeah, we'll come."
Why do you think she posted that? Is like looking for some support or something?
For support, for money, whatever.
Oh, maybe they're going to charge people to like go quilt with Nicole.
So Powell and Russ have been partying it up. Yeah, and I saw this photo of them and I thought that it was super fun.
Oh my gosh, I love those. I watched those guys. What concert were they at?
I can't remember, but
like Bad Bunny or something. I love it.
But they were having a great time and they look super cute here.
Or Osuna or someone.
Okay, so you know that meet and greet that Ricky had with Danielle?
How did it go?
It was a
Cinco
hot
de Mayo,
mess.
Gone Wild?
No one went.
Like, define no one. Like,
no one, like, I would be surprised if there was more than 10 people that came. So I posted this. Who's coming to the meet and greet in Miami?
Oh
10% said yes and 90% said no. And if you look in the stories of Ricky or Tariq or any of them, it was just them. They had like a table. There was no one there. Even in the party, you know how it's like a Friday night and there are other people that are just coming out? That's what it was. It was so sad.
But this is a big show. There's a lot of viewers. You would think there would be more people.
Yeah, but no one came. It's really crazy.
I mean, if you were shopping, you saw them, would you stop?
I would stop, but like I don't know if I would make a trip out specifically to Miami to see them. I don't care about them like that. Okay, guys.
If I was in Miami, I'd go.
I have a real question. If I was living in Miami, I would go just for the entertainment, for real. 'Cause A, I love Miami, and B, entertainment. Guys, I have a real question for you. Okay, first of all, you guys know that I'm Team Ashley. I've been Team Ashley for a long time. today she posted on her Instagram that she made a commitment to do a photo shoot. And I'll read what she said. She said, when Nikon photographer Kia Maria Stone asked us to do a wedding shoot, we said yes. Sometimes you have to put your differences aside and secure the money. Watch my future stories to see some of the behind the scenes photos of a Nikon photo shoot. So long story short, she said that she did this commitment 9 months ago and that she is true to her word, and whatever she commits to, she follows through with. So you see in this photo here, she's in the wedding gown that she is doing for this photo shoot. There's another photo that I got from her stories where she has like a tiara, and that's kind of pretty too. She has the wedding gown in the closet that she's about to wear. And long story short, she says...
What?
Okay, so she
I just saw the
says...
fit couple.
She says, okay, so there's a couple of things. There's one where she posts the photo where she's actually in the wedding gown, and she says she's securing the dollar. That's fine. Then she has a photo of her and Jay. And what was funny about the photo is that it's like an old VW wagon.
Yeah.
It's her and Jay. And she's like, today's shoot. But what she says is that she does it for the money and she does it for her commitment. And if you look, remember last week we talked about his real name?
Yeah?
So the best,
What was it again?
the best is yet to come, Ashley and Conroy. Because that's his real name. Jay's like some made up name. Which I thought was like BS, but whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm still Team Ashley, but I'm a little like skeptical at this point because I don't know really what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. We don't know what's real, what's fake.
We
And
don't
with
know
all of
what's-
the, like, we don't know.
we just don't know. We just
TLC
don't know.
has this, it's a good show. It's a great show. I love
Guys,
it. And you guys are
speaking of
keeping us
TLC,
on our toes.
speaking
Thank
of
you.
TLC, June 9th, 2019, we have a new spin-off. The 90 Day Fiance The Other Way premieres. And we remember that Happily Ever After last season, Paul and Karini were refused. Well, I think it's because they're going to be on this new season. So Paul and Karini are the first couple for the 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, June 9th. Or excuse me, it is. It's June 3rd.
That's even closer.
I've been saying June 9th the whole time.
So you know
And my producer, she told me June 3rd, and I was like, no. It's June 3rd
Right, Brie.
at 9 p.m. June 3rd at 9 p.m. And 90 Day viewers are familiar with Paul and Karini. Paul traveled to meet Karini in Brazil on before the 90 days. Now they're married and welcome a son. But can Paul adjust to life in Brazil with a new baby? That's what we're going to find out.
So they're in Brazil probably right now.
They're in Brazil
Living.
filming and living. And his mom is there.
So everyone has these Game of Thrones nights. People need to have these like 90 Day Fiance nights and viewing parties. Like
Absolutely.
from, what's the new one? The Other Way.
The Other Way.
Happily Ever After. Pillow
and
Talk.
Pillow Talk, all of it. The next couple that we haven't seen or heard of is Devon and Jahoon. Devon
Oh,
is 22-year-old single mom. She met Jahoon 29 on a dating app. Jahoon flew to meet Devon in Salt Lake City, Utah, and the couple left the first meeting with the bun in the oven. So she got pregnant like right off the bat. Devon is ready to marry and move to South Korea, but a language barrier and a possible parent problem may hold this couple back. So we'll see what happens with them. Jenny and Summit. This couple is the one that is like, wait till you hear.
Okay. I can't wait.
Okay, so Jenny's 60.
Damn.
Summit is 30.
Ooh.
They met when he catfished her, and Summit eventually came clean. She forgave him and traveled to India from Palm Springs to meet him.
Wait, she was catfished.
By him.
And then she's like, I kind of like you, whatever. Catfish or not, I'm taking you.
Yes.
What?
Yes. So her trip was cut short when
Nicole?
Summit's
The second?
2.0. Yes. Her trip was cut short when Summit's parents refused to accept her. Now she's planning to move to India permanently, leaving behind her children, her grandchildren, and her friends. But Summit doesn't want his traditional Hindu family finding out about his older American bride. Awesome. Sounds like a great start. Then we have Tiffany and Ronald. Tiffany's 27, Ronald's 29. They met on a trip in South Africa with a friend. Ronald quickly proposed, but neglected to tell her about his gambling addiction and his criminal record.
Oh my God.
He went to rehab, but is Tiffany ready to uproot herself?
Wait, she met him online?
She met him on a trip to South Africa.
Oh, trip to South Africa. Okay.
Is she ready to uproot herself and her 8-year-old son and move across the world with a man who may have more than a checkered past? Then there's Corey and Evelyn, who everyone is calling the new Paul
and Russ?
No, Paul and Karini 2.0. Corey and Evelyn 2.0. So Corey's 31, Evelyn's 26, while on a trip to Ecuador. After 4 years of dating, Corey's ready for the next step. So he's moving to Ecuador because she does not want to move to the U.S. She wants nothing to do with it.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
I like this.
Yeah. And then we
gonna
have,
be a
last
good
but not
spin.
least, Laura and Aladdin. This is the couple that I don't even know what to say about this. So Laura's 51, Aladdin's 29. They
I like
met
his
on
name.
Aladdin. They met on Facebook.
It's cute.
After 8 months, she flew to meet him in Qatar, and days later, they were engaged. In a press release, TLC said Aladdin is young, handsome, and a personal trainer, as they always are, like Jesse, if you guys remember. And Laura's afraid their relationship might be too good to be true. Can Laura overcome her trust issues and insecurities over the 20-year age difference to live happily ever after? Who knows? Will both of their families accept their relationship? No one knows. Okay, guys, there's so much more. I want to say 2 more things before we wrap. In the next photo, we have Elizabeth and Andre with their baby shower announcement. And I knew it was going to be a girl as soon as she had pink on and he had a pink shirt on. I was like, you two aren't fooling anyone. Like, whatever. And then we have another 90 Day Fiance throwback. So if we could throw up that 9 photos with the babies.
Oh,
so,
how cute.
Guys, another day,
Who's
90
who?
Day throwback. Can you guess all 9 casts?
5 is Debbie.
5 is Debbie. So I'll go through it really quickly and then we can move on. Number 1 is Olga from season 6. Olga, who's coming to the U.S.
I love her.
May 9th, she'll be in the U.S. And then
Tomorrow.
David, season 5. Number 3 is Jonathan, season 6. Number 4 is Colty, season 6.
Colt.
Number 5 is Debbie, season 6. Number 6 is Lauren, season 3. Number 7 is Ashley, season 6.
Cute.
Number 8 is Russ, season 1. And number 9,
Nicole?
no, Anafisa, season 4.
Oh, that doesn't even look like. I was like, that's why I was just guessing someone. It wouldn't look like Nicole.
Guys, totally
Wait.
crazy.
Before we begin, we stop. Can we just do one question?
Yeah.
One question.
Let's do
Okay.
it real
What do you
quick.
think? One question.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, we will ask these questions next week because we are running out of time and it's been so much fun, so much drama. Guys, thanks so much for joining
much, you
us.
guys.
We love you. Hit us up in the comments. Ask us your questions there. Hit us up, DM us, reach out to us. Where can they get you?
Linda is so girly all across
Woo!
social media.
And you get me at Stacey Olivas or at 90 Day Fiance now. I'll repost your stuff if you guys send me or mention me in your story. Thanks, guys, for watching. We love you. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.